A gruesome scene in a Lexington neighborhood after police found a woman murdered and dismembered. We have live team coverage of the investigation.
He has gone way too soon, way too soon.
A grieving mother visits the place where her teenage son and 2 others died in an early morning crash.
It's Donald Trump's big night, and delegates here say the pressure is on for Donald Trump to unite the party. I'm Craig Boswell on the floor of the Republican National Convention. That's coming up.
This is WKYT News at 5.
We are learning some gruesome details in Lexington's latest murder case.
Police say 24-year-old Patrick Jones murdered 20-year-old Haley Bourgeois overnight and dismembered her, leaving her body in 2 different dumpsters. This is some Sky First video of the scene on Malibu Drive near Nicholasville Road, where investigators have been working since 6 a.m. WKYT's Caitlin Setner has been at that scene all day. She begins our live top story team coverage at 5.
Certainly horrible news for family, friends, and neighbors to wake up to. We've been here all day. It was a horrific scene this morning, and this afternoon we know the victim as Haley Bourgeois.
I really can't describe it to you in a way that you'd be able to review it to your viewers.
For Fayette County Coroner Gary Ginn, it was hard to find the words. Lexington police received a call for suspicious activity, but what they found was much more.
She died from the hands of another person.
A woman in her 20s murdered, and the person that killed her, police say, was Patrick Jones. They say sometime Wednesday night they got into a fight.
Her body was mutilated, and we have found different parts of her body in different areas.
Police blocked off Brookhaven Apartments, Malibu Manor, and a nearby business complex. Body parts were found in 2 dumpsters.
It is a difficult scene for us to process because there is a large area that we're trying to gather information from.
Police searched both inside an apartment complex and outside.
Well, it's horrible to take another person's life, but then when you mutilate an individual after you've done that, I don't know what kind of person this is that has that type of personality that could do that.
We've learned this afternoon Jones has several prior arrests. Live in Lexington, Caitlin Setner, WKYT.
Caitlin, thank you. Apartments surrounding the area where police found the young victim's body.
Now, people living in those buildings say that they, of course, are shocked about the news of the murders, left them feeling really uneasy. Andrea Walker continues our top story team coverage with their reaction.
All over again.
Residents living on Malibu Drive describe their community as a close-knit group whose days consist of taking it easy.
Average day we sit out back in the and things and picnic tables and talk and and sometimes we even grill out here, you know what I'm saying? And enjoy the afternoon and watch the sunset come up. That's what elderly people do.
But after today, they say the ease and comfort of those lazy afternoons are behind them.
It'd be a different feeling knowing that someone's human body was in our dumpster, and stuff. So, yeah, and I don't even want to go to the dumpster.
I never thought I would ever see something like this.
The neighbors we spoke with today say that while they are concerned for their own safety, the idea that their families could have been here with them is what's truly horrifying.
It makes my heart hurt because, I have grandchildren, and then for them to come over here and if something happened, or a shooting or, a killing or something, and they sing something like that, that would be just horrible.
Many say they no longer feel safe in their own home, which leaves them with only one option.
I called my daughter and told her, come get me. I'm ready to go back to Breathitt County.
In Lexington, Andrea Walker, WKYT.
Court documents show that both Bourgeois and Jones had taken out EPOs against each other. We'll have more on the couple's volatile relationship ahead on WKYT News at 6.
Family and friends are mourning the loss of 3 people in an early morning car crash. All 3, including a teenager, died when their car slammed into a stone pillar on Faulkner Lane in Boyle County. WKYT's Hillary Thornton talked to the teen's mother, who came to visit the spot where her son lost his life today.
The deadly crash happened out here behind me. Police say the car was driving down Faulkner Lane, and for some reason, when it reached the end of the roadway, the driver did not stop or make a turn for Highway 33, causing the car to leave the roadway, slamming into a stone pillar.
It's unreal. I feel like he's gonna come back through my door any minute. He just graduated high school. He didn't have one enemy. Everybody was his friend. He has gone way too soon, way too soon.
Amy Trigg's son, Jacob, one of 3 victims in the early morning crash, the 17-year-old's loved ones, visiting the crash site earlier today.
Felt like I had to go there, because that was the last place my son was.
The place he, as well as 21-year-olds Brianna Kaufman and Matt Darlin, were killed. State police believe Darlin was behind the wheel before the fiery crash. There is one survivor, 20-year-old Trevor Thompson, who was rushed to UK hospital after a passerby pulled him away from the burning car.
State police say it could be several weeks before they know why exactly that car left the roadway. In Boyle County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Friends plan to hold a vigil at the crash site in about an hour.
It's going to feel pretty hot out there over the next few days. We have some steamy weather rolling into the area. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's here with your end of the week forecast. Chris?
Yeah, we're going to talk about some thunderstorms out there over the next several days as well. As a matter of fact, some of those storms may actually try to steal the show. Current temperatures upper 80s to low 90s into most of central and eastern Kentucky. Humidity today, largely a no-show across the area because the heat index just is not responding. It actually feels just about what the actual thermometer is showing out there. More humidity into western Kentucky, but central and eastern parts of the state. Hey, if we're talking about a big-time heat index today, that is not happening. Upper 80s to low 90s, that's about exactly where those temperatures are. Defender Radar Network, A-OK across the Bluegrass State for now, but look what is coming in from the north. Starting to pop a few thunderstorms around Indianapolis toward Fort Wayne, and some of the tops of those storms are kind of blowing off with some ice crystal clouds into the Bluegrass State. So we'll keep a close eye on those storms as they drop in from the north. They may make it all the way into parts of northern Kentucky. That hour-by-hour forecast does indeed get that little complex of storms into northern Kentucky before the midnight hour and dissipating it. But look at tomorrow morning. Still a little action popping up into the region. I think that will lead us into a day tomorrow that will all of a sudden take off with temperatures, then into the afternoon thunderstorms may try to smack the heat around a little bit, and that's a sign of things to come. I've got more storm than steam in the 7-day forecast. We'll look at rain totals that are impressive when I come back in a few.
Chris, thank you. The Republican National Convention ends tonight with Donald Trump accepting the GOP nomination for president.
Today, the talk is focused on Ted Cruz's Trump diss last night. Craig Boswell has more now from Cleveland.
This feels good. Donald Trump rehearsed for the biggest political speech of his life.
That's a lot of press, huh?
His daughter, Ivanka, will introduce him tonight. Trump is expected to talk about keeping America safe and his campaign strategy. Party leaders and delegates agree Trump's biggest job is to unite the Republican Party.
Donald Trump can pull everybody together who's questioning him tonight by the tone of his speech and how he's going to say it.
Delegates also want to hear details about Trump's vision for the country.
People are curious about how he's going to step up and do all the things that he's promised he's going to do.
While it's Donald Trump's big night, the hall is buzzing about Ted Cruz's refusal to endorse Trump during his speech last night. The Texas senator was booed off the stage.
Divide the party, family. Divide the party.
The Texas delegation is divided over Cruz's performance.
What happens for conservatives if we wake up the day after the election and we find this guy who's never been committed to a wife? He could sell us all down the river.
After this done, I will never vote for Senator Ted Cruz again.
Cruz held his ground.
I am not in the habit of supporting people who attack my wife and attack my father.
Trump's family is expected to be here tonight to cheer him on, including his wife Melania. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Cleveland.
A new national poll from Suffolk University shows Trump in a dead heat with Hillary Clinton.
There's some new video out showing the moments before the shooting of an unarmed black man in Florida. North Miami police shot Charles Kinsey as the counselor tried to coax a man with autism back to a mental health center. The video shows Kinsey laying on the ground with his hands up before an officer fired shots. One of them hit him in the leg.
As long as I got my hands up, they're not going to shoot me. This is what I'm thinking. They're not going to shoot me. Wow, was I wrong?
I realized there are many questions about what happened on Monday night.
You have questions. The community has questions. I assure you, we will get all the answers.
The officer who fired the gun is on administrative leave. The investigation has been turned over to the state attorney's office. Frankfort police are holding a unity march to promote unity between law enforcement and the community this afternoon. It begins in about 30 minutes. Marchers will walk from 2nd Street and Capitol Avenue to the state capitol, where speakers will talk to the crowd.
Perhaps you have one of these signs in your neighborhood that people tend to ignore. Police in Laurel County say not only did a man ignore it, but he put their lives and the lives of 5 kids in danger when he sped through this neighborhood.
Fitness trackers can help you meet your goals, but do you really need one? We look at the options and who might benefit most. That's in Better Living.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Starting to see some clouds now rolling in from the north as some big-time thunderstorms are dropping into parts of Indiana and Ohio, and some of those may try to hold together and get into northern parts of the region later this evening. 9 live sky cams from across the region on what is a normal steamy afternoon in the Bluegrass State. Upper 80s to low 90s this afternoon, depending on exactly where you are. And a little more cloud cover showing up Florence, Frankfort, and Lexington as opposed to southeastern Kentucky. Upper 80s, low 90s. Most areas right around 90 this afternoon. Humidity's a no-show today. Yeah, I know. You're outside. The sun is high. You're out for an extended period of time. It feels hot. It's July. It is supposed to feel hot this time of year. But by normal standards, we're only a couple of degrees above where we should be right now. Let's take you to the north of the Covington-Cincinnati area. East of Indianapolis, strong and severe thunderstorms are diving in from northwest to southeast. And look at some of the thunderstorms, or the tops of those thunderstorms that are blowing off. See those thin, wispy clouds? Those are cirrus clouds. You're going to notice those on the northern sky right now. And with that thunderstorm complex dropping in, temperatures will, as you get more cloud cover, will continue to drop, and we'll have to keep an eye on that little complex of storms to see if it can work its way on into the area. Heading into the day tomorrow, I do think we could hit the low 90s yet again into many areas. Rain chances over the next week. We've got them for you coming up, and as a matter of fact, those chances increase this weekend into next week. I think this is going back into a stormy pattern, and a pattern that over the next week can deliver thunderstorms that can put down very heavy rains. It's all not going to come at once, but this is a model that says over the next 7 days, many areas should pick up better than a couple of inches of rain. 7 o'clock this evening through 11. This is likely missing the boats on that thunderstorm complex to our north. Though tomorrow afternoon, look what it does fire up. Thunderstorms across the region. So you look at this. Look at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 82, 83 degrees. 5 o'clock, 80, 81, 82, 83. Moral of the story, there's a tremendous bust potential with temperatures tomorrow. You could easily stay in the 80s if you get cloud cover and any thunderstorm action, by far and away. This is why we have not been going crazy about heat. We go into the day on Saturday, 70-ish to begin the day. Afternoon, chance for a thunderstorm or two. You get outside of any thunderstorm, we'll be into the upper 80s, flirting with 90s. Similar setup for the day on Sunday, but those waves of thunderstorms and clouds can really do a number on your thermometer. Oh yeah, ground is wet. Everything's green. In Kentucky, if you want to get a bona fide heat wave, you got to have a baked ground. Ground is anything but baked, trust me. Ask my lawnmower that one, huh? Over the next week, thunderstorms kick back into high gear.
Yeah. What are you trying to say there?
I'm trying to say me and my lawnmower, you know, we're tight this summer.
I can believe that, Chris. Thank you.
Flying over I-75 in Scott County right now. Looks like the interstate's moving okay, north and southbound. No major issues there. Overall traffic view around Lexington, just normal stuff right now with no wrecks in the way on Nicholasville Road. Even Harrodsburg Road looks good through the crossover. Drive times, everything's holding its own right now. I-75 into Madison County looks okay. 64, no problems into Winchester. Now back to you in the studio.
Deputies say a man led them on a chase with 5 children in his vehicle. How it finally came to an end next.
The shooting of police officers in 2 U.S. cities grabbed headlines this month. Does it mean fewer people will want to join the force? What some Central Kentucky recruits say on WKYT News at 5:30.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Police Police arrest a man accused of leading police on a chase while he had 5 children with him.
And we're told that 2 of those children were in the bed of the pickup during this wild ride through Laurel County. WKYT's Phil Pendleton has more on the incident. Police say put a lot of people's safety at risk.
Speed limit signs like this one very common in neighborhoods all across Kentucky. People will tell you that a lot of drivers tend to ignore these signs. And in this Laurel County neighborhood, police say not only did a driver ignore it, he went nearly twice this fast, all the while leading police on a chase and putting the lives of 5 kids at risk.
And he observed 2 male juveniles in the bed of the pickup truck. A dangerous situation.
The deputy turned on the blue lights, but police say Brandon Fouch didn't stop, reaching speeds of 60 miles an hour in the residential area.
That's a ridiculous speed in an area such as that. Highly residential, a lot of homes there, a lot of kids out playing, even at that time of the night, because it's not a school night.
And when police finally stopped Fouch, they say in addition to the 2 kids in the back, 3 more kids were in the cab with Fouch and his wife. He didn't have a reason for his speed or the chase.
I think a lot of times people are afraid. They see the lights come on, they don't know what to do, and they panic. And you know, this panicking can be a hazard for people in the area.
The 23-year-old man was taken to the Laurel County Detention Center and charged with multiple offenses such as wanton endangerment, fleeing and evading police. Police say that he simply put their lives at risk in addition to the lives of the 5 little ones with him. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
That man remains in jail. We asked to talk to him about the charges, but he said no.
A former Danville police officer accused in a DUI crash now faces a lawsuit. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Boyle County. Police say Ryan Hunley hit Dwayne Brown's truck head-on on Kentucky 2168 in February. The Advocate Messenger reports Brown is suing Hunley for damages, saying he suffered severe, permanent physical and emotional injuries. In addition to DUI, Hunley is charged with wanton endangerment and assault in the crash. Police arrested a Knox County mother and father they say were too intoxicated to care for their child. Corbin police went to Andre and Rachel Morrison's home for a report of a domestic disturbance. We're told the couple had slurred speech and smelled of alcohol. They are both charged with endangering the welfare of a minor.
Police in Brazil have arrested 12 people in a plot to attack next month's Olympic Games. The group allegedly pledged allegiance to the Islamic State and discussed possible attacks via social media. The country's justice minister says there were no specific targets. Roger Ailes is officially out as chief executive of Fox News. The network's parent company, 21st Century Fox, announced Ailes' resignation this afternoon. It's official immediately. The departure comes after a former anchor at the network filed a sexual harassment lawsuit. Rupert Murdoch, executive chairman of 21st Century Fox, will assume Ailes' role until a replacement is found. Concern over the Zika virus has created a busy summer for the Lexington-Fayette Urban County Health Department. The requests they're getting over and over from the community on WKYT News at 5:30.
A water bottle recall and how to find the best fitness tracker for you. Those stories next in Better Living. It is time now for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. A recall alert today for parents. LL Bean is recalling thousands of insulated water bottles over concerns they're contaminated with lead. The water bottles have 5 designs. They feature dino bones, flower power, orange grid camo, purple tie-dye, butterflies, or a robo shark. LL Bean sold the bottles between July of last year and May of this year. If you have one, the company is offering a full refund. They've become a popular device, but how much do you really need a fitness tracker? The answer might depend on your current fitness level. Nick Jestanen puts the various options to the test.
Do you really need a fitness tracker? It might help if you're new to exercise or looking to increase your physical activity. Whether it's a fitness-specific tracker like a Fitbit or Samsung's new Gear Fit 2, or a multi-purpose device like Apple Watch, many people will find one useful.
But if you're already athletic or fairly stable in your routine, they might just tell you the same thing over and over again.
Counting steps is an easy way to get into trackers. Many set goals for you, say 10,000 steps per day. But what happens when you consistently reach that goal? That's when many trackers get left at home. Apps from Fitbit and others can make tracking competitive and more useful in the long term. Tracking heartbeats is another useful function.
Heart rate measurements can vary wildly at times. These are not meant to be medical devices. Rather, they give you a general sense of your workout. The higher the heart rate, the tougher your workout.
To track pace and distance during workouts, you need a device with GPS for better accuracy. Basic step counters do a poor job. Something with activity-specific features is even better. Garmin's VivoActive, for instance, lets you track laps, while other devices tend to limit you to automatic intervals every mile or so. Whatever device you choose, the bottom line is motivation. And if you can't even motivate yourself with a phone, well, a dedicated tracker is just a waste of money. Nick Jazdanin, Associated Press.
More people say they're happy with their jobs. A new survey by Conference Board found nearly half of U.S. workers are satisfied with their jobs. It's the highest job happiness level since 2005. 60% say they like their coworkers and their job is interesting. Of course, nothing is perfect. 75% said they had problems with their company's bonus plans and performance review process. Now, here's what's coming up for you at 5:30.